Hello everyone, my name is Chen Weiling and my topic is humanizing the residential high-rise or skyscraper through the application of regional architecture. The case of Northern Guangxi's apartment typology. First, let me talk about the research purpose. The neglect of end users leads to crisis in humanizing the high-rise residential building typology. At present, the aging of the population is serious and the divorce rate is high. We need to pay more attention to the needs of special groups such as elderly, the disabled, single mother, and children. Focus on what they really need. How can these goals be achieved in high-rise building? Decide by drawing on regional architecture, which is called of the humanized return of a high-rise building. Presenting people's cultural togetherness, which is the deepest pursuit in their hearts. The purpose of qualitative research is to explain or predict the phenomenon in the real world. High-rise housing is the product of market orientation and urbanization, which rarely involve the needs of end users. That's causing the humanization crisis of high-rise housing. Use qualitative methods such as interviews, questionnaires, and observations to explain or experience this social phenomenon. By observing and experiencing problems from the perspective of the participants, researchers can better understand their feelings and concerns. Interesting narrative reports are more attractive to non-experts. Next, let me talk about my research paradigm. Ontology is about what is true. The neglect of end user leads to crisis in humanizing the high-rise residential building typology. Epistemology is about what and how can we know about it, and the method of figuring out those truths. Methodology is about how can we go about acquiring that knowledge. For example, we will conduct intensive interviews in several residential areas of northern Guangxi. Questionnaires are set up in advance for the purpose of conducting interviews with the owners commit to collect useful data and information. Axiology is about what do we value. We value the environmental quality of a high-rise building, the vitality of urban space, the communication between neighbors, diversified needs of end users, humanistic scale, cultural belongings, and social stability. We need to pay more attention about ethic principle. Means that for the subject, the principle of voluntary participants means that the subject should be informed and agreed, and social survey will not disclose the personal information and privacy of the subject. Social investigation must be harmless to the psychology and material reputation of the respondents. Inducing questions are strictly prohibited. Social research should be objective and should not be mixed with researchers' subjective emotions. Data analysis. A simple description of the text to distinguish the different definitions for each group. Make the data into small cards for classification so as to better find out the logical relationship between the data. Forming models such as linear flowchart, circle flowchart, network chart, Venn chart, spatial map and classification system chart, etc. Quotation make the model valid and vivid. And trustworthiness methods. Step by step check the loopholes in the research result, find out the research for error and correct them. Comparative analysis of the same problem from several different perspectives to achieve maximum agreement. After researchers draw preliminary conclusion, they can widely listen to the opinions of experts, peers, and colleagues, as well as the opinions of the interviews, and try to analyze the research results from different perspectives to check their credibility. Comparing the research results with the commonly accepted relevant definitions and theories. Thank you for listening. Thanks for doctor's patient explanation. I benefited a lot from this course. Thank you.